Alright, so welcome back to whatever episode this is. I honestly cannot remember.
8.
Episode 8 of the podcast. Yeah, it has been a little over a month once again. But nothing wrong with that.
We're just gonna do it whenever we can. We got schedules. We don't give a shit anymore. We'll just do it when we can.
Facts. Plus, I feel like we're both pretty busy with school going on right now.
Oppositely busy too, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? On
opposite schedules. Yeah, exactly. Oppositely busy. Plus with me playing basketball and the last 2 weeks, last week we went up to Bay, which is in Escanaba. So for anybody who's not from Michigan, that's like in the UP. So we crossed the Mackinac Bridge, which was my first time seeing the Mackinac Bridge, which was pretty fucking sick. And then like a little bit over to the left up to Escanaba. So a nice little 7-hour bus ride there and back. And then this most recent weekend we were in Alpena, which is like a nice 4-hour bus ride. And then we stayed the night at a hotel both nights. So, but it was honestly a great time, just like going up there, spending time with my teammates and shit like that. Like that shit's actually sick. And then I just love my team so much. Like all our different personalities, because we're all so different. People are just different in general. Right?
Yeah, you just get to meet new personalities, bro, when you go anywhere.
Yes, and we're all so close. We're up at 6 a.m. at practice every day together. I spend a lot of time in the locker room with my teammates, games, practice. Like we just go through shit together, so it just brings us a lot closer.
Yeah.
So it's just a really cool team dynamic, and it's a really cool thing to have, especially because I stopped playing basketball coming out of high school instead of playing in college, and then decided to come back. And like I've been happy as hell with my decision. I'm honestly sad the season's ending soon, but.
Yeah, bro, it is coming up to an end, right? Because when we're on spring break, you're in like the tournament, right? The final or the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah. Which would it be too late for me to decide to come?
No.
If I still paid you and like everything like that.
No.
Okay, because I know that our spring break is a little bit earlier than your guys. Like it starts earlier.
You just have to ask Kibby, but I bet he's down.
Yeah, but I just need to ask my coach. So if I don't have practice over like our spring break, I think I'm gonna come with you guys and then just buy a one-way ticket back to here before my games and shit. Because that's literally the only reason I wasn't going and I told you that was like I didn't want to miss any playoff games.
Yeah.
So.
That's what's up, bro. That'll be dope if you can come.
Yeah, dude.
We got like 15 people coming right now, 14.
Whole squad.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, bro. Whole squad. It'll be a good time down there. Panama City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I actually had a question. Because we haven't done a podcast in a while. I was gonna ask it earlier.
Yeah.
But it's a cliche question, but I'm saying like in the most non-cliche way. What were your New Year's resolutions? You know what I mean? Like, what'd you change?
Okay.
Because do you want me to go over mine? Or you want to go first, and I can go after? I'll go.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So like obviously like everyone is like, oh, I'm gonna hit the gym and eat healthier, all that bullshit, just the regular shit.
Yeah.
they're done with in a week. They're like, you know what, we tried, whatever, next year.
Right.
But so what I did 3 steps. My first one is family. Involve my family a lot more than what I did last year, and that's whether I'm just like texting, calling them, going back to hang out with them, whether it's eating dinner with them. Like I said, I've been golfing with my dad a bunch. Like I've been talking to my mom more and shit. My sisters too. Like, dude, just like talking to them. Like, talking to people that support me the most and love me, like truly love me the most.
Yeah, and just like building that relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with people who are like close to you and that like you fuck with them. Like, yeah, bro.
And then my second one was, I'm sick of. For me personally, I don't think long-term goals work out for me in the way that I think they should. I definitely think long-term goals like 5-year, 10-year, even 10-year goals are definitely important. But I'm more focused on short-term goals right now that I can basically surpass and just keep chasing the next goal. You know what I mean? I see that working better for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just setting out, kind of just setting shorter goals for me, like kind of like I was bulking. I wanted to get a certain weight, and I hit that, right? So now I'm cutting down. My next goal is what? Get to that next goal weight. You know what I mean? For spring break.
Yeah.
After spring break, I might cut again. I might bulk again. Whether it's not even have to be with the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just finding like smaller goals where they're easily obtainable in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah.
And then I build off that into another goal.
Yeah. That's a great
like, Jesus, dude, I have the hiccups.
You're good.
And then
and that makes like a ton of sense to me, especially because I used to watch a lot of Jordan Peterson. Not really anymore, but he would talk about how. You have to, like, you don't have to, but, like, having long-term goals is important. Kind of like you said, like, it's good to have long-term goals. But if it's just a long-term goal, even if it's, like, a this is a 6-month goal I have. Okay, well now you have 6 months of just working toward that goal. But if it's just 6 months of a long-term goal and you have nothing else, it gets like demoralizing almost.
Once you reach it, where are you going from then? Exactly. Once you get it, it's instant gratification, and 15 seconds after, you're like, wow, feeling's kind of gone.
Yeah, so where do I go next?
Yeah.
And so he would talk a lot about how you have to have these long-term goals, but then you have to have short-term goals to get there. And then he would explain exactly what you're saying. He's like, it's like short-term goals that you have to hit, and once you hit that goal, then it's on to the next one. And all those little short-term goals, like, they stack on top of each other.
Yeah, I feel like it just works better in my head and clicks more for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, for sure. And it gives you something to, like, at least for me, it gives me something to be focused on the day-to-day.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
I have a short-term goal, like, I'll have...
Exactly,
like
short-term
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a big goal for me right now is I want to hit 175. But I need to have short-term goals to get there. So like, okay, my short-term goal is get 100 grams of protein in a day. That I can do. I can focus on that every single day.
Yeah.
I want to eat like 2,500 calories a day. I can do that every single day. Right? Get in the gym, get extra shots up. I can do that every single day, and they're all going to lead to these bigger goals that I have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I see it too. It's like, like I said, I definitely have like larger goals or long-term goals, but I feel like what you do to accomplish a long-term goal, you construct a bunch of, like you said, small-term goals around it to help build up to that point. You know what I mean? Otherwise, a long-term goal is not a long-term goal. Like a 5-year goal for me is like I want to be making 6 figures in 5 years. Like that's a great long-term goal.
That's what I mean? Yeah, that's a great goal.
And how I do that is like the small-term goals I have to get through college, even pass my classes. Even pass this exam this week, bro. Start on this week and build up, bro. It's great.
Yeah.
It clicks better in my mind and just makes more sense.
And it just builds you up as a person in general. Like the short-term goals, they give you more discipline. They give, at least me, they give me more confidence, more like more self-esteem in a positive way. Like not like I'm overconfident or cocky and just like full of myself, but it's like, okay, I was able to complete this goal. I can do, like, my mom had read a book and like came up to me one day and she's like damn near in tears, and she's like, I know you can do hard things, like saying this to me. And I've been through a lot mentally, so I understand where she was coming from, but she's like, you can do hard things. And so with those short-term goals that I like keep completing, it's like, damn, bro, I set a goal and I completed it. I set a goal and I completed it. I set a goal and I completed it. It just gives me the confidence that I can complete anything I set my mind to,
bro.
Really.
And that's the powerful thing about it, bro. Is like the mind is so powerful. It works in so many different ways.
Yes, dude.
That's what's so dope about it.
Yes, bro. The mind is so powerful, and like, I mean, I think we both are just like big mental people.
Yeah.
Just like big on the mind, and just I mean,
it's just interesting, bro. Like, I mean, obviously you're two-way because you like to learn about like the class level about it, like school and shit about it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just like, I'm more open. I mean, we're both open-minded about it, but I don't. The actual psychology behind it, like if I were to sit in a class, I wouldn't understand as much as just figuring shit out by myself in everyday life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would, because like it's like that's like a science to me. In science, I've always been bad at science.
Yeah.
And I took psychology in high school, and I did not. I passed it.
Yeah.
With a B minus, barely, but I just didn't. I was not good at it.
It just didn't really click.
Yeah.
Yeah. And psychology's been something to me that has just come like naturally. I think just through my like the life that I've lived.
Exactly, and like I think it comes naturally for me too. But you had just at a higher level, and like you're more keen to like interact with it or like enjoy it more. I feel like.
Yes. Well, I find a lot of enjoyment in interacting with my mind. Not always, right? Because I mean,
there's good times and bad times.
Yeah, bro. As anybody, I've talked about a lot on here. Like I've diagnosed with major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety, OCD, shit like that. So like I've been suicidal, homicidal. Like, bro, I've seen some fucked up shit in my mind. Like it's not like I've gone through a lot of fucked up shit. Excuse me, physically, but mentally I've been through it, right? I want to say I've been through it all, but that's not the case. As I live my life, I go through more shit. Exactly, what is going through it all? Like there is really no going through it all. But I learned from I've taken the time to learn from what I've gone through instead of being like, I went through that shit, fuck that shit, but like just complaining about it, you know? Like complaining to me is kind of a waste of energy, even though I still do it. Like, I'd rather figure out what was going on, what I need to do, and what I need to do to move forward to be better, rather than just, like, dwell on the past.
Yeah.
And it's funny saying that, because, the Jessica girl I was with, like, last year or whatever, she would complain, like...
Yeah, no, I'm laughing at both.
No, you get it. She would complain, she would just complain all the time when we first were talking, and... like eventually I like said to her, I was just like, do you enjoy like, do you enjoy complaining about stuff? And at first she's like, didn't really understand it. You know, I think it was probably the first time someone asked her that question.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? Like, do I enjoy complaining about stuff? And I was like, well, I just seem that you tend to just complain about stuff a lot, or just like talk a lot about stuff that's bothering you. I'm like, that's just really what you talk about. I'm like, me personally, I was like, I don't give a fuck if that's what you talk about. I'm like, I'm gonna do my thing regardless. I was like, but I was like, I found that complaining and like focusing on the negative just makes me not enjoy my day as much.
Oh,
it just
100%.
makes my day more negative.
No one wants to sit there and hear that.
Yeah.
No offense, even if it's like your loved one, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say suffer, but like you'll go through it with the loved one because it's your loved one.
Yeah.
And it's the right thing to do for sure. But like, generally, like, that's where it comes into like that's where like having good character and being a good person comes into play, because I guarantee it doesn't matter who, bro. Like, no one wants to actually sit down and go through that hard, sad shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with that.
Time.
But
yeah.
if they're your friend or your family or like your close relative or whatever, and you actually like that person and you love that person, you're gonna sit through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you want to be there for that person.
Yeah. And for me, honestly, I have a great time. Like, when people come up to me like, yo, there's this thing I've been struggling with, I want to talk to you about. That makes me feel good, honestly, because it's like, it just shows me that person trusts me enough and trusts, like, my thoughts and my judgment enough to say, here's the struggle I've been going through. Now I want to be able to talk to you about it. And how many people just, like, outright come out to you, like, here's the thing I've been struggling with, I want to talk to you about it. Like, rarely anybody I see. I mean, even something as simple as, how's your day going? The basic answer, good. Like, you hear that. I literally ask almost every person I encounter at school, how's your day going? You know?
Yeah.
99% of the time, the answer, good. How's your day going? And honestly, a lot of times, I'll respond with good, too. Like, the basic answer. But I try to respond with what I'm feeling more honestly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will walk up, how's your day going? And, you know, or I'll ask them, right, good, how's your day going? I'm like, and, you know, it's like, it's been okay, blah, blah. I'll tell them something, and then they'll ask a question. And then so we'll have a whole conversation. Yeah, simply because I didn't just say good and, like, end it there. I actually, like, went and do it. So it's, like, interesting.
Yeah.
But also what you're saying with, like, not everyone, like, even if it's a loved one, you don't always want to hear that stuff. Me, with her, I loved hearing about it. I didn't care.
I did too.
Like, I was like,
don't care.
if you're going through something, you have something you want to talk about, please talk to me about it. But the only reason I said something to her was because I know that her complaining to me, that shows me what's going on in her mind a lot of the times. It's her just, like, complaining about stuff, focusing on the negative. And I'm like, focusing on the negative doesn't seem to help you in any type of way. So I'd rather someone be focused on the positive than the negative. And it was probably, like, a month or so after that conversation, she, like we had went through a day that we just went together, and at the end of the day, she was like, did you notice I didn't complain at all today? And, like, I thought about it, and I was like I started like, laughing, and I was like, damn, I was like, I didn't even realize. I'm like, but that's
crazy.
facts. I'm like, you didn't complain all day. I'm like, that's what's up. And I think I asked her if her day was better, and she said, yeah. I can't remember exactly, this was a while ago, but I was like, was your day better because of that? She was like, yeah. And I was like, damn, like, it didn't matter to me, like, she did something different because I, like, challenged her.
Yeah.
Kinda. I was like, you know, do you enjoy doing that? So she did something different, but it wasn't because of, like, I wasn't happy because of me. I was happy because she, like, took my advice and it actually helped her.
Yeah.
Because if she took my advice and she was like, no, my day's been way worse, I'd have been like, all right, you know what? Never mind.
You got some other problem.
yeah. Shit, let me figure this shit out. Because, something's off here.
Bro, that's crazy. That's funny, bro. What was I going to say, dude? Oh, finding new
Third.
hobbies.
Oh, that's what it is?
Just finding new hobbies to take up my time. I've been super into golf, like hella into golf recently. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, I said, like, I've always liked music, but I'm just expanding more into music. You already know, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of just, like, spending my money on stuff that I want rather than what I need. Like, I don't know, like, a good example, but, like,
so,
like stuff for my room to make it look better, you know what I mean? Like a candle or something like that. Not
little
just
things
bullshit
like
fast
that.
food, you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, yes. That was actually one thing I talked to my brother about when I took a little break from you know what. But it was like, instead of spending money on things that I don't necessarily, like, need or, like, don't really want that bad, buying things that I, like kind of, like, really want. Like, that I think would, like, be useful to me.
Or that make that, sorry to cut you off, but that, like, make me feel better about buying it, bro. Like, even, like, I bought a pair of sweatpants, bro.
Yes.
Like, I needed them. Like,
Yes.
I'm running out of sweatpants. I need more, so I bought a pair.
Like, a valuable purchase. Like, that's when I ended up getting my boxing kit after that. I got my boxing gloves after that. I got my hand wraps after that. Like, shit that I actually wanted to use. Like, shit that I actually wanted to do that I think would be helpful for me. So, yeah, for sure. For sure. Also,
can I have, like, a quick side note real quick? And, like, even something like getting my phone today, like, it sucks spending money on something because I broke my other one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, making a big boy decision going. She was on the phone with me walking me through it. But
Yeah.
I still went to the store myself. I still bought a new phone because I broke my own and I paid for it.
Yeah, and you went through
and
that
I have
process.
a monthly payment now because I did that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the long run, it sucks. I mean, short and long run, it sucks because I had to buy a new phone. But
Yeah.
honestly, I liked it. Like, I was like, it's just getting me ready for more bills that are coming into my life. I don't really mind.
It's part of maturing, like, honestly.
I felt better going out of the store. It just felt weird. I was like, I
Yeah.
just did that. Like, I just bought a phone in an hour.
Yes.
Within an hour.
Yourself went in and bought that shit. Like, yeah, that's what's up, dude. And that's something that, like, I think just makes you better as a person in general. Is, like, knowing how to do things on your... Being self-sufficient. I feel like that's the easy way to put it. It's just being self-sufficient. I would tell my mom that all the time. Like, you know, she fucking... folded my laundry or something. Like, hey, thanks, Mom, for folding my laundry. But please don't do that because those are things I need to do myself.
Yeah.
Because you're not always going to be there to do
That's
that
why I
shit.
hate. Oh my god, she does it every time I come home. Like, dude, I got it. Like,
Yeah.
look, she's doing laundry every day. I'm like,
Yeah.
I do laundry like
On
every
the daily?
a week and a half. Yeah, I don't know how she does that.
Damn,
Like,
yeah.
every week and a half, I reset it. Sometimes, because I have a shit ton of clothes, but
Yeah.
I try and cycle through them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do the same thing. And I guess doing it daily, like, it never really builds up.
Exactly.
But, like,
and like
shit.
when something's washed like that right away, I just want to wear it again. So I'm constantly wearing the same shit.
Yeah, just wearing the same stuff over and over again. For sure. But, so are those your 3 goals? Alright, so run me through them again. It was...
Hobbies. Focus more on short-term goals that are more attainable rather than long-term right now. And then involve my family more in my life.
Bar family in your life. Okay, those are 3 great fucking goals.
Yeah.
Especially for you, you're already in the gym and shit, so that's like...
I wanted to stay away from that because I know I'm going to always just be mostly consistent in the gym with eating and stuff like that.
Yeah. Those are unique goals. That's how I put it.
Yeah.
Unique goals that I think are actually very helpful.
And yours doesn't have to be 3 steps either. It can be however many you want, whatever you want.
Yeah, so I didn't really, think about my New Year's resolutions too much. One was just taking a break from you-know-what, which I took, a 2-week break. And then, I didn't really have any New Year's resolutions, but... So I meditate morning and night, right? I mean, I've been lazy about it, but I'm supposed to meditate morning and night. Let me put it that way. And whenever I meditate, I end it with taking a deep breath, and I'll usually take 3 or 4 deep breaths. And after each deep breath, I'll say to myself what I'm focused on. And right now, it's the same 4 things. The first one.
I don't know. I probably could guess them all, to be honest.
What do you think they are?
Well, I know one's basketball. One's, I don't know if it's separated into 2, but lifting or gaining weight or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Fucking school. Fuck, what's the 4th? I'm just gonna go mental health.
Yeah, it's funny because actually none of those 4.
What? Oh my god. Okay.
Mental health, I think mental health.
The closest.
Yeah. Mental health actually, that's probably one that I don't say it, but is within there. But so basketball, school, and lifting
yeah, those
and
are
shit,
kind of just cliche, general off the top ones. Though.
I guess, but those are my daily goals already.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm already playing basketball, so my goal is to be the best basketball player I can be the best student I can be, and to gain weight in the weight room. So you could say that yes, those are 3 kind of New Year's resolutions. But when I do my meditation, and what I say is after my first breath, it's always just be yourself. Simply just be yourself.
Yeah.
And I wish that everybody would do the same thing. After my second breath, it's expectations versus reality, which you understand what I mean when I say expectation versus reality. And I think that one for me is a very important one because I'm always building up these expectations of what something would be or could be or should be or whatever the fuck it is, right? Instead of just focusing on what is the reality of the situation. Once I focus on the reality of it, it makes my day a lot better typically. And I'm usually not my mind kind of slows down a little bit. Instead of moving a million miles an hour, it's more slowed down and more relaxed. And then my third one is what's my third one? Be yourself, expectations versus reality, and don't let other people affect you. Which is pretty much just partly going along with being myself. It's being myself without letting other people affect me. Yeah. If other people are down, they can be down. If other people are up, they can be up. That doesn't mean that I'm down or up. I don't have to match that. I can have my own energy, but then still talk to people.
Yeah.
Talk to people who are down with my own energy. Talk to people who are up with my own energy. I don't have to always be matching someone else's energy. Even though it's something I'm good at. I'm good at matching energy, but you don't always have to do that. Little note to self. And then the 4th one is typically just enjoy whatever I'm doing for the day. So if I'm like when I was at the hotel with my buddies, enjoy your night at the hotel with your buddies. If I'm about to go to practice or whatever, enjoy practice. Yeah. Enjoy the moment. That's a great way of putting it. So yeah, those are like my 4 things I always remind myself of when I meditate.
Those are good ones. I like that.
Yeah, and they're also like very. They're short and long term things. That's why I think I find them helpful.
Yeah,
they're things I can use in the short term and the long term.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they go both ways. I agree with that.
Yeah, because like expectation versus reality, I could be like thinking of how this podcast episode could go. I could be like running up all those expectations, and then instead of the reality of it, which honestly with this one I didn't really do that. You saw I didn't even have a plan for it. Or I could even be, and that's short term. For like long term, it could be fucking next year I don't know where I'm gonna be, or I'm gonna be at Cleary, and this is how the season's gonna go. Like, bro, I haven't even gotten there yet. It's a year away, you know. So like it's short and long term. It goes both ways.
And then sometimes like thinking about like for me long term as well. Like if I think too much about long term, bro, it starts affecting my life now and like how I'm acting now.
Yeah.
Because that's all I want is that long term goal. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's 5 years away. What the fuck am I focusing on that right now? Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna live my life, get my short term goals out of the way, step by step by step. It's a process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean? Life's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes. And I think that's what those short term goals are good for. Is to be like, instead of your mind is only focused like 5 years in the future, it's like, okay, this is what I see 5 years in the future. This is what I want 5 years in the future. But I'm not 5 years in the future. I'm right fucking now. So it's like, what do I do right now? You know?
We all have dreams and hopes, you know what I mean? But
facts.
Reality's a whole different thing, bro.
A whole different animal.
It can be a bitch, it can be a nice, it can be a 10, it can be a 2, bro, at the same time.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It really is a double-edged sword, bro. And like, I think that's just part of life, though.
Yeah.
Like, psychedelics kind of showed me that, you know, there's good and bad, and you have to accept both of them, because there would be no good without bad, and there would be no bad without good.
I need to find this Mike Tyson quote I saw today.
But also, I fucking love Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
anybody, I don't know how y'all feel about Mike Tyson. You can let us know in the comments. But I personally, he's done some fuck shit, bro, as everybody does. But I love who he is as a person. Right now.
He was on a podcast with Corday, and he goes, "You can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody." And then Corday, Corday goes,
whoa.
He goes, bar.
Bar, man. Throw it in his next song.
But that's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Sometimes I think, 85% of the time, I think what TikTok shows me is just bullshit to fucking fuel my mind.
Yeah.
Fuel my mind with a bunch of bullshit. But, like, sometimes, like, I feel like it reads, I know they watch you through that shit, so I feel like sometimes they know, like, what you're going through that moment and, like, what you might need.
Yeah. And
I'm like, why else would that random fucking quote come on my TikTok
just pop
page?
up? Yeah.
Because most of the time, if I see that, I'm just skipping past because I'm just looking for funny shit right now on TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just all of a sudden pops up. And I'm like, damn. Like, I think about it, I'm like, I didn't really need to see that. And then I think about it, I'm like, maybe I did need to see that.
And what's funny is, like, especially depending on the mind space you're in. If I'm in a mind space where I'm just wasting time and I see something valuable, that's typically the first response is, I didn't need to see that. Whatever, swipe past it. But then I think about it. I'm like, that really mattered more and was way more, like, beneficial for me than all the rest of this bullshit that I'm doing. Like, that shit was some facts. Instead of just, like, you know, the random videos that are funny or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a cool time waster, funny video. Whatever.
Yeah, 5 seconds of a laugh. I'm trying to laugh or some shit.
Yeah. But those things are actually valuable. And I don't
stick with you.
Yeah, bro, they stick with you. And they're things you can use throughout your whole life. Like, and even if you, let's say you don't even learn something from watching that video, bro, there's so many times where I, like, go through life and I, like, go through something and I think back to, like, a short that I saw off YouTube or, like, a TikTok that I saw of someone saying something where I'm like, damn, bro, that's what they were talking about. That's what 100%. They meant. So
I do this shit all the time in my conscience, bro. All the time.
And I think that's the positivity of social media, because even me personally with social media, I don't get on it because I think it's overly negative. I think it's overly negative. I don't think it's very beneficial for you, and I think that me as a person, I get way too caught up in social media and, like, what's going on behind the screen rather than, like, what's happening in reality. Yeah. I break from reality, if that makes sense. I mean, I disassociate, like, not as much anymore. Rarely do I disassociate, but, like, I used to disassociate a lot. And social media, I think, was one way of almost like a forced disassociation. It's like, fuck what's going on right now. I don't want to think about this shit. I don't want to do this bullshit. I'm just going to watch something to stimulate my mind. Like, and that's almost how I saw it. So, I mean, that's why I don't really get on social media. But that is, like, the positivity of social media.
100%.
Is that type of shit. Like, that's the shit I fuck with on social media. And honestly, it's funny that I don't get on social media because most of my shit is that.
What, your phone?
Yeah, like, most of my social media stuff is stuff like that. Stuff that's actually beneficial.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'd rather live my own life now than, like, because I'd rather learn from my own life than learn from another video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
100%.
I still am open to learning from others. I think I learn more from others than I do from myself, you know? But I would rather have that in real life. Like, have those encounters in real life, because they seem to be a lot more meaningful in real life. So, and meeting
100%.
people, like, I don't know Mike Tyson in real life, right? So that is still, like, a meaningful thing. But imagine I met somebody. No, you're good. But imagine I meet somebody face to face who said something to me like that. I'd probably
And then
be
just
like,
walked away.
yeah, bro. And, like, that, imagine that. Like, they just said that shit, and then we're just like, deuces. I'm like, I would be blown the fuck back.
That's
like,
just some, like,
whoa.
quote of the day shit disappeared.
Yeah, bro. I'd want to be like, hold up, where you going? Where
Yeah.
I need more.
Why did you just say that?
Yeah, bro, I need more. What the fuck? Like, yeah.
Were you finished with your goals and stuff?
Yeah, that was pretty much my
Alright.
my goals.
I kind of just want to talk about my internship that I got.
Oh, hell yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, that shit. So I actually don't know a lot about it, but I don't know if I've talked about it on here at all. But I'm a junior in college, and for my major, which is management, I need an internship anywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be any one of the business sections. So like accounting, financing, marketing, supply management, all that, supply chain, all
So
any
anything
of
in
that
business
thing.
under
Yeah,
that,
just
yeah,
a
umbrella.
internship that qualifies. And another part of my background I talked about. I don't know if I talked about it in here, but I played soccer. When I grew up, you knew that obviously.
Yeah.
All my life I played soccer up until like my senior year of high school. So I know soccer. I love soccer. I play indoor soccer with my boys just to fuck around. But one of these places I applied at was called MSA. It's Michigan Sports Academy. And they have like 5 or 6 different locations. One's for like volleyball, one's for soccer, like one's in Holland. I don't really know the gist of it, but they're pretty much all over West Michigan.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing here since I was like 7, so I knew the company, I knew the brand. And I applied for like this. So there's like 2 sections, sports and building, and I applied for both. I was like, I'll take any opportunity I can get. And so I got an interview. They called me in. I went through the whole interview process, all that shit. Everyone knows how that goes down. And then I get an email 2 weeks from there, and they say they're offering me the job of the Michigan Football Academy internship, but it's like soccer. It's like football.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So I mean, so what? Like my idea of like my internship that I wanted is I wanted to be something that I enjoy, because if I like the internship and I like the place, chances are I might get a job there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. And you're gonna have a better time there as well.
And like from what I've heard, I'm just gonna be like setting up kids camps for soccer and like running them through it and stuff,
Yeah.
helping them through that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that's what I do, bro, like what the fuck? I'm gonna have a summer of my life. Making money, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Like,
making money too.
I can't wait for the opportunity. I'm so happy that I got that, and like I'm so thankful that I got that, and they responded, because I've applied to like at least upwards of 25, 30, and they're like one of the only ones to actually give me an interview.
Yeah.
And I guess it just made the best of what I was offered, man, and I just took
Yeah.
what I had, and I'm so happy that I got
Yeah.
that job.
Bro, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That you got that shit.
No,
like,
I
that's
appreciate
fucking
it. I
sick.
appreciate it.
Of course.
And
bro,
that's just like
fucking
another step in life, bro. Like in internships, I feel like it's like a job, but at the same time, it's like a beginning to like the actual job force. You know what I mean?
It's like a segue.
Yeah,
like a
'cause,
segue
like-
into your actual
like
job.
you have all those part-time jobs like retail, you fucking what I do, expo.
Yeah.
Like you don't need any experience to do that. You can just walk in
No.
and learn it in a week.
Yeah.
But this shit is like it's taking you in behind the scenes of like the business scene or like whatever section you're in that scene. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Yeah.
that's what it's just like an introduction to the industry, which I can't wait for, bro. It's
Yeah.
gonna be sick.
Yeah. Bro, that's what the fuck is up. That's what the fuck is up. And the fact that they were one of the only ones to hit you back, and it happened to be
One of my like top 3 that I wanted.
most wanted, and you're gonna be doing soccer shit, which you've done your whole life, bro. That just lines up too well. That just lines up too well. Too fucking perfect.
I can't, and it's nearby, so it's right on 28th Street. So,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, that's gonna be. I can't wait. I've said that about 8 times, but I can't wait.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. And like, bro, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for work after this season. Which I guess like, now that I'm thinking
Take
about
my
it,
spot at Westside.
I could. And there's a bunch
guarantee-
of dope people there
I
too.
I
like-
literally could tell her, I'm not gonna be able to work this summer, but I have a friend who can fill in.
Yeah, and Expo is probably what I want to do. Like, you just run food, right?
Run food. You have to do sauces and like close down.
Yeah.
So like there's opening and closing. Morning's completely different. Morning usually on your own.
Okay.
But opening comes in at 3. You rip all the sauces before like the rush hour comes.
yeah.
So you stock up on sauces. Mainly you overstock because you don't want to do them at the end of the night, and you can just
course.
head out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So first cut usually gets out at like anywhere from like 8:30 to 9:30 max.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, and then last cuts comes in at 4. They don't do anything. They come in, but they have to close down everything. So like once the sauces are done, the first guy leaves. But the closer literally has to flip the pickles, put the sauces away, sweep down the area, wipe every like inch of the fucking spot down, bro. Like I enjoyed that one better though because I just chill on my own time and I'm usually high, so I just vibe and I close. And I think I do a good job of closing. No one's ever complained with me closing, so
that's what's up. That's what's up. And I think Expo's, like I was saying, what I want to do there. And like the more I think about it, because I've been like stressing a little bit about what I'm gonna do for work over the summer, but I already know I'm going to be playing basketball next year. So, like, what I do over the summer, I didn't really think about this till now, doesn't really matter. Like, it honestly is just to make money. Because I want to make money. I want to save up some money so that next school year when I'm playing basketball, I have some money to spend. I like have some, or not even to spend, just to like, because my mom and my dad are paying for my gas right now, like they pay for my food and shit like that, which big shout out to my parents for that, because that's a lifesaver. But like, I want to be self-sufficient, you know, so if I can work this summer, actually save up some money so that I can take care of those little things next year while I'm playing basketball, that's really all I need. So I don't even really need to put that much thought into like what I'm doing this summer.
I'm not going to be there. Logan's not going to be there. He's another, Logan Metcalf. Because he has an internship.
Wait, Logan, who goes to GV?
Yeah.
He works there too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I did know that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's me, Logan, Connor. You've met Connor. Kellerman. You've probably met him once, but he's dope as
Redhead?
shit. No, that's the other Connor in the kitchen.
Okay, yeah.
But Connor's another expo. He's one of the boys. Michael, you met Michael. Michael's one of the boys.
Which one's Michael?
Braxton. Curly headed, kind of looks like Bish.
Okay, if I saw him, I'd probably know. I'm just bad with names.
But it's literally, me, Michael, Connor, Logan, Braxton, Remington, Julia. Those are the expos.
It's a squad, bro. That's a squad. I fuck with all of them. Doesn't Dre expo too?
Every once in a while. He's a server, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He's a server. Marcus is a server. Who else there? All the managers are fucking dope. The hostesses are dope.
Yeah.
Even, like, the older servers that we have, dude, everyone's dope. I don't have a problem with anyone. Like, we were fucking around at the hockey game. We were like, dude, if I went with, like, Rem, Andre, Logan, Matt from our work.
What game?
Griffin's game. We were fucking talking about, like, if you could hypothetically just beat the fuck out of someone at Westside, who would it be?
Yeah.
I was like, I honestly couldn't pick one.
Yeah, because you fuck with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And the environment at work makes the job so much better.
Yeah.
Like, I could be working a job that I probably love, but if I didn't like the environment, I would not fuck with it that much, bro. Like, I gotta fuck with people
I've always
me.
said that, bro. I don't give a shit about the pay as long as it's decent. Even in my job, like I'm gonna get my big boy job, bro. I need...
Yeah.
If I can't work with the people in that job, I'm not working at that job. I don't give a shit if I'm making $1 million a year.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna have a fun time. I need to have a fun time.
That's respect. And I've been preaching that for like a while now. Honestly, Psychedelics again was something that helped me realize that. But that money doesn't really matter that much. And I'm someone who knows that.
Like it's a necessity to an extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need it to survive.
Yes.
100%. But you don't need it to have fun and live a fun life.
Not at all. As long as you can take care of your basic needs, I feel like that's enough. Now I'm someone who knows that but still wants money. Like, bro, I plan on being rich. I don't want really anything short of that. I want to be able to do what I want. Probably gonna buy a nice car. I want to have a nice house. Like my kids, I don't want them to be spoiled. But bro, if my kids want something or want to do something, I want to be the dad who's like, okay, you want this? Go do some work for me, whatever. Like earn it. But then yeah, bro, I'll give it to you. If you earn that shit, I'll give it to you. I don't want to have to tell my kid no because
teach them discipline, bro.
Yeah, teach them, and I want to be able to teach them discipline and be able to get them.
That's what parenting lacks nowadays, bro. They just let their kids do whatever. Like I see it in the restaurant business, you see it so much, bro. Like, half the families that come in, like, are well-behaved. They sit down. They act like actual mature adults.
Yeah.
But other kids, like, kids are going to act like kids. They're going to want to get up and run around. They can't sit down. Be able to control that. You're at a public restaurant that's busy all the time. You can't have 8-year-olds running around your table, bro. Like, like, I don't want to call them stupid, bro, but you are stupid. Like, that's terrible parenting.
That is pretty bad parenting. Have you heard the word, like, controlled chaos?
No.
Or, like, the phrase?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what it means, though.
Yeah, so, it's like, I mean, it's actually, like, really fucking deep if I were to go into it, but, like, not going all the way into it, it's pretty much just, like, so, there's chaos. I guess I can, like, to help understand, I like to think about it mentally. There's, like, chaos going on in your mind, right? There's, like, a bunch of shit going on, blah, 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 and then you learn to control it, right? And you learn to focus your mind on something, and it becomes a lot more useful, but you learn to control it by all the chaos. You took the chaos and you learned to control it. You learned to focus it. And it's like Jordan Peterson would talk a lot about you have a dark side of you, and you got to learn to control that dark side. That's kind of how I see it. So even with parenting, it's like that is chaos. Like your kids, you go out to eat, now they're causing chaos, right? How do you like control that chaos? Because you have to let kids be kids. Kids are still gonna have fun. They're still gonna mess around or whatever. But how do you control that to where like they're not affecting everybody else around them? Which now I think it's on other people if it's affecting them that much. But also like you shouldn't have a little kid just running around the fucking table or like yelling in the middle of a fucking restaurant or something like that. So it's learning how to control that chaos. Which I think it's like a great skill to have as a parent is learn how to control that chaos.
Definitely hard. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. It's definitely. What the holy shit? It's definitely like one of the hardest jobs, if not the hardest, to be a parent.
Oh,
and
bro.
Especially how times are going now, bro. It's gonna get harder. It's just gonna get harder, bro.
Harder and harder.
With
for sure.
all the options that are coming out, bro, and like how just mental health is expanded and like what kids are, I guess, being fed, dude. Just like what they
like what
see
they're exposed
now on
to
the
now.
internet, bro.
Yeah,
like,
dude. It's like he's crazy.
fucking kids are thinking they're animals, bro. Like I couldn't even imagine if my kid did that, bro. Like, not to bring that up, but I'm just saying, like, it's just gonna get harder from every day on.
And I think there's a difference between like being able to put yourself in like an animal's shoes, like so to speak, right? Like, okay, you hunt.
This is a funny topic because like I feel like everyone finds this shit just funny, bro. Like
I find it funny.
I know. I just like you can't take a 12-year or like. I just can't take someone serious wearing a fucking dog tail, bro.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to treat you like a human. Like,
who literally thinks they're a dog.
Yeah.
It's like, bro. And even for me, it's like...
Like, if I tell you to sit, you tell me you're going to sit in that chair right there. But you better not sit like a human. You better sit on your knees and all fours.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're cheating yourself right now.
Yeah, that's actually facts, bro. Which is like... And when you have kids thinking that, it's different between, like, comparing yourself to an animal and literally thinking you are something that you're not. It's how
exactly.
It's
like, just warping the mind that's... not even halfway developed, bro.
No.
They're just whatever information is fed, that's what they know and that's what they believe.
Yes, and if it's a grown ass man, like if you're a grown ass man who's like, all right, I'm gonna be a dog. Like, first of all, I rarely see that shit. It's usually kids.
Exactly. You probably have a severe mental issue, like not to be.
Yes, but you probably do, right? And most people have one, but like that's just like it's a very interesting topic, and with kids like. Okay, so what's funny about it though, not thinking you're literally an animal, but if you're able to like kind of put yourself in that perspective, it like you can kind of understand yourself by like understanding what animals do. Like I'll see like
because we are we are animals.
At the end of the day, we are animals. We're just more conscious, more self-conscious. We can think, which we don't even know if other animals think, but they don't think in the same way that we do. Like we think at a much higher level, like very differently, right? That's what we can fucking build. This shit, like, even you think about it, like birds can build a nest, like that's them building a home, just not on the scale that we can do it. So like, you can learn from other animals, but I think there's just a line that's like, okay, we're animals, and let's learn from the shit around us, or like even compare. Like, my assistant coach will call one of our players a gazelle. I don't exactly know where it comes from, but he has like a good reason for how gazelles act and how he plays on the court. When he's on the court, he calls him a gazelle. That's exactly why I call him a gazelle. He's agile and quick. He plays like cover 3 in our defense. He's just like our run man. They go run and jump. They're
like deer, bro. They hear like one noise and they're just like they know like exactly where it came from. You know what I mean?
And it's funny thinking about that now because Bashir is the most fucking wired motherfucker I know. Yes, bro. Like he has that ADD sound, but kind of like so much energy, dude.
Squirrels, they're just like. They're like aware of everything. Cats too.
Yes, just like mad aware. Yeah, bro. So that's exactly why I called him a gazelle. But that's why I said it's a line you can cross. There's a difference between comparing comparing it and looking at it, and then being like, I am literally this animal. It's like you're literally not that animal. Yeah. You're literally. A human, can see what. To be honest, but yeah.
Just because you attach a clip-on fucking fuzzy tail. And some ears, bro. Like I get way heated about this shit.
Okay, but
see, this is what I'm thinking. I'm focused on the negative. Let's switch up the topic.
Yeah. Okay, but I got an interesting question about that. So like. What if you put on a pirate costume and now you're like a pirate?
Are you saying that as like a one-time thing for like a Halloween party, or like every day you think you're an actual pirate?
Yeah, like you put on a suit or you put on a costume and now you're like, I am a pirate, and you live your life now like you are a pirate.
I mean, if I saw it in person, I wouldn't say anything, but I genuinely think nowadays people would just think you're mentally insane.
Probably, yeah.
Or something's wrong with you.
I could agree, but why I think that's interesting is because like. Imagine that's really the shoes that you kind of like put yourself in, because you have to like, like, what's the quote? Like, you gotta. So when you're not fully something, so like let's say you're not a boss at work yet, or you're not a leader, you're not in a leadership position, but you have to act that way to eventually get there. Like you have to act as a leader to learn how to be a leader and eventually get there. So it's like, now obviously this is not, I'm not saying like literally being a dog, like that's a very interesting way of thinking. But being able to like understand that actually helps me. Because I'm like, okay, you can literally be a dog, sure, that's your thing. But now I'm like, what if how do I use that in a positive way for me? I'm like, I want to be a team captain. I am a team captain. I want to be a leader. But I wasn't always a leader. I was more so a follower. So I had to be like, I'm now a leader and have that mindset and put myself in those shoes and really believe that's what I was to eventually become that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I looked at it and I'm like, how can I use this for a positive? You know, how can I make this something positive? Like and actually use this shit for good.
Yeah.
So yeah. But which is probably even another crazy way of thinking about it. But that's just how I see it.
I mean, it's just
like,
a different way of thinking about it. I feel like, I actually like that way of thinking about it compared to any other way because every other way is just negative.
Yeah, and I'm like, my older brother said that he's like optimistic to a fault. And I don't think I'm optimistic to a fault, but I'm very optimistic. Like, I like to focus on the positive or how I can make something better for me rather than focus on the negative. Because like I say, the negative I don't think is helpful. Even if something is negative, even if something is bullshit, now you have to accept the negative for what it is. That's something that I've been learning recently is like...
You can't try and change it.
Nah, bro. Like, if I have a bad game in basketball or I have a bad practice, bro, I need to...
Control the controllable.
Yeah, and I need to sit there and I need to realize there is no spinning that to be like, I actually had a good game. It's like, no, nigga, you had a bad game. You had a bad game. You need to sit there and you need to feel that shit. You played like shit. And one of my teammates actually taught me that. Like, he would talk about that a lot.
Because then once you feel that, you never want to feel it again.
Yeah, and then I actually understand it. I'm like, okay, instead of trying to look for the positive, I played like shit. Why did I play like shit? Damn, I didn't make any shots. I wasn't fully locked in. I wasn't swinging the ball like I was supposed to. I didn't play good defense. Now I'm like, damn, I accepted that I played like shit, and now I can get better from it. Yeah, now I can get better from it, but I had to accept the fact that I played like shit first. And, like, even now thinking about it, the last 3 games I've gotten playing time, and I've played really fucking well in the last 3 games.
That's what's up.
Played great defense, scored like 7 points one game, and then scored like 2 or 4 points the other game. And most games I haven't even been touching the floor. So, like...
That's what's up. Hey, I'm glad to hear you getting minutes.
Yeah, bro. That just makes me... It just puts a smile on my face. I'm happy about it.
You got any females in the life, dude?
That's funny. I was going to ask you want to talk about that topic.
Yeah, dude. I always... It's a reoccurring topic, but it's a solid topic.
I think it's like, bro, that's an everlasting topic. Yeah. I think. Even if you have a girl, it's like, bro... Okay, here's one thing. I don't fucking understand females. Like, do you see where I'm coming from? That like how female
bro.
mind
Anyone
works.
fucking watching this bitch don't disagree with that. Don't disagree with that. But if you're with a girl, agree with that. But if you're not, disagree with that.
Or if you are a female, shit,
just help us out.
Me. Yeah, bro,
help us out.
Me learn, bro. Because like, dude, girl, just like
y'all are not crazy, but just like. You guys think so obscure and outside the box to where like I would never even imagine someone thinking about like that. I'm like, what?
It's they think so differently, and until like I really try to talk to girls more, I didn't realize it. But now I talk to girls more, I'm like, yo,
like that's
what
why.
You said, how do you think about that?
I kind of just been sitting back, bro, and just like I'll be talking to girls, but like I said, I don't try and get with them.
Yeah.
I kind of just sit back and just. Like see how different girls act and talk and just analyze it, bro. It's fun. It's great. It's funny, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And most of the times, because like I only really talk with like socialize with like actual women other than outside of like my friend group.
Yeah.
When I'm out, just hammered, bro. So like I don't remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just for fun, bro. It's just a temporary thing.
Having a good time. Yeah. And see, for me, it has become less temporary because now I talk to girls at school. Like, I'll talk to girls, have full conversations with girls at school. Like, haven't done anything with any of them, but I will, like, go and I'll talk to girls. And, like, what I've realized, it would be really beneficial for me to have more girls who are just friends.
Yeah,
because
bro.
if I have more girls, like, my team manager, he has a lot of girl friends. Like, not, he's, like, locked in, but girls who are just friends. And he's like, if I don't know something, or he's like, if I'm confused about, like, what a girl's saying who I fuck with, he's like, I'll just go to my girlfriends. He's like, if you said this, like, what are you thinking? Like, she said this, I don't understand. Like, you're a female, what do you think? And he's like, they'll give him a lot of good advice. So I'm like, if I had some girlfriends to be like, yo.
That's kind of what Julie is.
What the fuck's going on here? Like, what Julia's like?
Julie is so nice with that shit.
Yeah. Bro, it's probably so nice to have. You have a question. Julia, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I have a few. Yeah, dude. I always got those, like, emu, like, she's perfect for that shit, too.
That actually is something I could go to. I just don't. That's fair.
Yeah, bro, but it's sick. I just been chilling. You know, we ain't been diving in or anything like that.
Yeah. And see, like, I've just really been chilling, too. But more recently, I'm like...
Hey,
bro,
that's not... I'm not gonna say it like that, but... spring break's coming up. You know.
Spring break is
And then
coming up.
let me just add something on. Spring break's coming up.
Yeah, bro, like, I think too that just like sex in general is a basic human need. Like,
Yeah,
we
it's
are
just like
biologically like
yeah. On the
we are biologically wired to have sex.
on the necessity scale, it's like you need it, but it's like one of the last. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's not
you
like
can
food or
100%
water, of
go
course.
without it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But every human being's mental state is driven towards recreation and reproduction.
yeah, literally.
Every
bro.
dude, at least.
Yes, and I think most humans reproduction, and like me as a person, it might even sound weird, but bro, like I think everybody probably just gets horny at some point, probably throughout the day, even if it's fucking whether it's at school, whether it's
Bro,
at
you'll
night,
be-
whether it's in
exactly,
the morning,
bro,
like,
like-
randomly, bro.
Especially if you're not like you don't like fuck around all the time. You know, you got a roster, bro.
Yes.
Like you'll see one thing, like even if it's in class, bro, and like you'll get horny, bro. It's
Yeah.
just it's insane, bro.
Damn, she's bad. Oh shit, she got fat.
Exactly.
Whatever. Like little shit like that. So, and I think that just like if I were to like have sex more regularly, I don't think that I would be as focused on those little things when I'm like, when my mind should be focused on something else. Like instead of in a basketball game, I'm like looking around like, damn, bro, she's bad, whatever. Like, which makes it kind of fun sometimes. But I'm like, bro, I'm supposed to be focused on the game, not
Yeah.
the female. So like, I think if I just not even like,
Dude, they're just. I mean, bro, they have such an advantage in today's society, and no one wants to
they're
talk
put
about
on
it.
they're put on a pedestal
In
bro.
certain ways, in certain aspects.
Sexually, they're put on a pedestal. Like sexually, they're put on a pedestal. I mean, even something like porn, for example, right? Like watching porn. How many girls do you know that really watch porn?
Or yeah,
Probably
compared to,
not a
like
lot.
the ratio.
Yeah, because there's probably not a lot of females. But bro, damn near every dude you ask, oh yeah, for sure, bro. Like
They'll be
either
talking
have
about it in their
or they
friend
do.
group, bro. They be talking about
Literally, they either have or they do. One of the two. Like they bend down that road. But a lot of girls not that way. But I found like more so recently that shit does not affect me positively, right? Like actually like going on porn, jacking off.
I know.
whatever. That shit
I've
is
been
not a
cool.
positive. Like that is not a positivity for me because I find when I do that, I don't really care
It's
as
a
much
dopamine
about.
release, but once that's like, it's just done. You know what I mean?
It's gone, and now it's not like a real girl you did something to. It was fucking a girl you were watching
Virtual.
watching behind a screen, doing something, pleasuring yourself. It's like, bro, now I look at it like I want a real in-person fucking physical female to do shit with. And then
my
at that
God,
point,
bro.
I don't think
when you guys like act when it's like a connection. Oh my fucking God!
It's
It's
great.
insane.
And
It's crazy.
And I think when I do that, I don't put girls on as high of a pedestal.
Oh, bro.
I'm like, bro,
if
you
I'm in a
are human just
relationship,
me.
like
What
I
the
like
fuck?
sex, but it's not the number one thing. I don't need to have it.
And even
And
if I'm not in a relationship and I'm just having sex like here and there with girls I fuck with, bro, I'm not putting no females on a pedestal no more. It's like, dude, you're human just like me and you,
Exactly.
and I'm taking care of like my, like, what's the word, like, animalistic tendencies, if you want to say it that way. Probably there's a better way to say it, but like that's really what it is. I take care of that. I'm not worried about, okay, you look good, whatever. What else you have to
Exactly.
offer me?
Yeah.
You may look good, but are you a good person?
Because,
are you gonna
like,
bring some value to my
exactly,
life? What the
like,
fuck?
And in both of our cases, like we're not just fucking around, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Nah.
if we're fucking someone, it's for a reason. And
You know, I've told you, if I'm really gonna have sex with a girl, I'm gonna make sure I've at least talked to her and I know who she is and I have some type of connection
Yeah.
with her before I do shit. I'm not just gonna like, hey, you trying to fuck? Yeah, sure. Like, and maybe I would at a party or some shit, but that's not really me.
Yeah.
That's not me. What were you gonna say though?
I fucking lost it.
Like,
I was trying to think about it.
Something about when you're in a relationship.
Well, so I haven't told. Well, because so I lost my virginity with my first ex-girlfriend. You know who that is. Everyone that knows me knows who that is, and that was a fucking joke. You know, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. It was a joke.
I mean, mine was the same way. You know who my first girl
yeah,
was.
yeah. She was mine too. Like very first. But,
Yeah, although like your first
freshman-
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Also, she's been hitting me up recently. You crazy for that, by the way. If you're watching this, you're fucking crazy.
yeah, maybe we should tell her boyfriend about that. Sorry. What?
You're good.
No, I'm kidding.
No names were said, but that's fact.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Whatever though. Fuck! I lost it again. Oh no! It's like ever since I kind of had that girlfriend, bro. Like when I have a girlfriend, bro, I'll openly admit that I kind of turn into a sex addict. Like
Yeah.
I love sex.
Yeah.
But if I have it readily, I'm not gonna be able to say that word. Readily.
Yeah, readily.
Yeah,
available.
readily not readily available because that sounds like you're just fucking using her. You know what I mean?
Like you got a roster, you can just hit
Yeah,
up a girl.
but like if I'm in a relationship and we actually like for real like each other, it's gonna go on often. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
even
Bro.
if it does happen often, I'm still not gonna say I'm only using her for that. Like, I'm with you
No.
for a reason. If I'm spending time with you,
Yeah.
having sex is just 30 minutes, bro. If that was it, bro, we would see each other twice a week, maybe.
Yeah.
An
For
hour
30
total.
minutes?
Yeah, like what the like.
And it's over.
I'm hanging out with you every day, most of the time. Every day, every other day.
Yeah.
Getting to know who you are, bro, and that's what makes it better. And dude, I can't speak today. Eventually in the bed.
Yeah, eventually. And that's why I hate when like girls try to use the like, oh, you're just with me for sex, blah blah blah. It's like, bro,
Like
how
that
much
story
time
I
have
told you,
fucking
bro.
Spend around you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Remember the one on the last podcast with Nick, bro?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that was fucking stupid.
It's like, how do I spend especially if it's like a girl you're fucking with, how do I spend so much time around you? And now, I'll be honest, when I'm spending time around you like that, I probably want to have sex too. That's a great added bonus. But to say that's the only thing I've been looking for is crazy. Bro, if that's all I was looking for and I didn't get it the first time, I would have bounced.
Yeah, you want to
Like,
be over here right now.
No, there's obviously some other
And, like,
value
I
other than
take-
having sex.
It's like it's a cliche bar
I hate
in a
that
rap
shit.
verse, but like I hear multiple rappers say like it's a privilege that I took you home to my parents and to my home, like,
you mean who
girls in
raised
general.
me?
Yeah, like I'm not sectioning anyone out, but girls in general, I feel like don't understand like comparative to guys
Like the
how
gravity of that.
important it is and how like well I need to know you, or at least in my mind, or like care about you.
Yeah.
To actually bring you to the people that raised me.
Yes.
Like, I am my true self around them.
Yeah.
So you're going to see the raw version of me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
either you like it or you don't. But like, just like having that privilege alone is one in what fucking. I'm not saying that I have a roster. I like a million girls hit me up, but
Yeah.
I have. I don't want to. I'm not. Never mind. But like, it's a privilege, bro. It's a privilege.
It is, dude. You're not just like another girl who I'm just like, and at that point I'm just trying to fuck around with. Like, especially if you're taking her to the crib to meet your parents, that should be an immediate
Even like
sign
this
that-
crib, bro. Like,
to bring her here,
yeah,
like to your
where
house.
I live. Show you where I. You know where I live now. So
Yeah.
You could pull up anytime, bring anyone. You could I don't like this is.
Your boys are
This is
here.
like a stupid thought. But you could even come here and kill me, bro.
If she wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I have to have an immense amount of trust to even bring you to my house.
Yes. And then now she's meeting your boys. She's around your boys, shit like that. Like, it's way deeper than a lot of girls think about it. Which is funny even saying that because I feel like a lot of girls think deeply. Emotionally, at least. So I'm like,
Yeah.
why does that not, like, click? You know, like, that to me should click.
Which is crazy because my ex was the only one that I met that's actually thought on like the same level as us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, most recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that's why you fucked with her. You said that. That's
Oh,
why you fucked with her heavy.
Bro, no, like, and then you like realize, like if you've been in more than one relationship, I don't know if you have like actual relationship, but like from the first to the second, bro, the second was half the time, but wonders above the first relationship in terms of just how happy I was.
Yeah.
Because during my I think the whole time I was just being used.
Yeah.
You know,
In your
just to get
original-
back with her ex. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
And I eventually found that out from my boy Jax. Shout out my boy Jax. He's
Kinninger?
yeah. There's controversy on his name, but I'm always his boy for life. You already know.
Yeah.
But he texted me someday. It was him and Emu.
Yeah.
One of them texted me, then the other one texted me back to back, and they're like, something about them hanging out, or like they heard rumors about
Her and
it or
her
whatever.
ex?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I called her and confronted her about it,
Yeah.
and I told her to come over, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever told this on like camera to anyone,
Yeah.
other than Emu, because Emu was on the phone when I was doing this.
Yeah.
She couldn't admit it. She was avoiding the question the whole time, and then I told her like I was like, so you've been lying to me for a month.
Yeah.
And she goes, about what? I'm like, how'd you get that Apple Watch? And she goes, she originally told me, so she bought it off someone at her work,
Yeah.
like $100.
Yeah.
But her ex got it to her as a present, 2 months ago, and I never figured it out.
Yeah.
And see, like, at the time, I might have been upset, but if you
Yeah.
told me, I don't give a fuck. Like, are you kidding me?
Honesty
Even if
goes
you
a
wanted to
long
break up
way.
and get back with them, at least fucking tell me.
Tell you.
Like,
straight
going
up
be on my
honesty.
back, cheating on me for fucking 3 months, I consider that shit cheating,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
And the fact that I called you to my house late at night, and you, like, I was at my worst, and you couldn't even fucking, like,
be honest with you.
be honest with me. And then, bro, she left, and she said, I love you, and then I just turned around and walked back. She goes, you're not even going to say it back? I'm like, maybe one day.
That's actually a great response.
I said something like that. I was like, maybe.
And I feel like that's some manipulative shit. like just lie to your face.
Oh no, bro!
then
And she
walk
tried
out
to flip
say,
it.
"I
She
love
tried to
you."
flip it, and I literally stopped her. I was like,
Wait,
"You're
what
not
she
trying."
mean?
She tried to flip the story on me like it was my fault, or I was making a big deal out of it. And then no, she
Hold on,
tried. It was
let me
like
take a piss real quick,
yeah.
because I gotta peek back.
Yeah, bro,
Save that
that's-
story.
it's-
Then. Save that shit.
This shit's crazy, bro.
Oh, she tried to flip it on you.
Yeah, so it was the same night she came over. I'll just tell you like how the whole thing ended. So this was after we got back from the Outer Banks because we took her on the vacation, bro.
With your family.
Yeah, and I had the best time of my life, dude. So much sex.
Yeah.
Fire, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fun ass vacation. Then I figured this out like a week after, and then that's where she was coming to. I called her to my house, and she was avoiding the whole question the whole time. And she started. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she eventually said some bullshit about. Like, she was trying to flip it on me and saying, like, I was making a big deal about her or whatever. And, like, before she got her second sentence off, I was like, don't even try and flip this on me right now.
So, wait, what did she say at first?
So, like, she knew that I was upset about something. Like, she came over.
Of course, yeah.
And then she I think she was trying to flip it on. I was making a big deal about her watch. And I'm like, it wouldn't have to be a big deal if you just told me right off the bat.
What the fuck it was? Yeah,
Exactly,
bro.
like,
Nah,
you don't have to. You don't gotta lie to
bro.
me.
Yeah,
Like,
what the fuck?
especially if you knew me, like who I am now and who
Yeah.
I was back then, dude. I don't give a fuck.
No,
Just
be
I mean, I'll be
real.
upset. I'll talk to him. Like I'll talk to the dude who got you the watch because
Yeah.
you're my girl right now,
Yeah,
not yours. Like
yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah,
I
that
hate
is
that
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
And then we were fine for like 4 days, and then we ended it or whatever, and then fucking. We were like texting as like friends for like the last month because I was just fucking like upset, you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
when I got my ears pierced actually. Both times I got broken up with, I got my ears pierced and I buzzed my hair, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, so you got your ears pierced again recently?
No. Only when I broke up with it, the first one.
Oh, okay. I thought you said both times.
No.
But then you got the buzz.
Buzz this last time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But then we broke up, and then we were just texting to like stay in touch or whatever, and then her ex, bro, sends me this Snapchat paragraph, like, you know, like what a full page is, like 2 of those, like dead ass,
Like
bro,
fully filled out the
explaining,
chat?
like talking about like how he thinks we've been talking to each other recently, and he's like, do I have to talk to her about this? And
Whoa, wait. Like that you and her?
yes, after we broke up. When he was doing that shit for 5 months behind my back, he was my boy in school too. You know who it is.
Do I?
Yeah, we can bleep out names. It's Cooper Jet. Skinny fisherman kid.
Maybe if I saw his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Wow, that makes
he sends me this big ass text. I was his boy too. Honestly, I wasn't even mad at him that he took my girl at the time. I still liked him as a person.
Yeah.
But once I got that shit, I read the whole thing and all I said was nope.
Like he was kind of coming after you?
Yeah. He's like, do I need to do something about this? I'm like, and I said nope. And then I texted her. I'm like
towards you?
yeah. I only said one word. I said nope with the period, and I left it at that. I don't think I ever texted him.
You better than me, bro. I might have thrown hands with that, man.
Think about it.
I can't say
and
that
like
with confidence,
everyone
but I would've
knows
wanted
I'm
to
a
throw hands.
pacifist dude. I have never started a fight.
Yeah.
But I texted her right after that, and I was like, you better get your stupid ass boyfriend
Yeah. In quotes.
out of my fucking text messages right now, or we're gonna
Yeah.
have a problem. I literally said something.
Yeah.
I said something along the lines of
Okay, that's respect.
and she goes, he texted you? I'm like, yeah. And then I think we stopped talking, and then she goes, I'll take care of it. I'm like, alright.
Alright, whatever. Yeah.
And then it was before,
I would have wanted to throw the ones for sure.
and then it was on winter break, because I was freshman year of college, and we went through the first semester. I came back for winter break. That's when we're like the Craft Meadows, the sessions were like the peak, bro. And
Ooh,
she was hitting me up and texting me about how like he wasn't getting treated right. And at the time I was talking to Natalie. Shout out Natalie. She's one of the homies now.
Wait, she hit you up saying she wasn't getting treated right?
Yeah, and like Cooper was like, nah, I don't remember exactly. But
This was after y'all had already
after we
broke
broke up and after they got back together.
Okay. Continue.
She went down to Alabama because that's where he was going to college.
Yeah.
Staying with him, and she was texting me while she was in his dorm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have the decency to text him right now to get him away from you.
That is actually facts.
Like, you were the problem.
That's actually facts. Yeah. Facts. Facts. Wow.
She was texting me all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And like, we eventually agreed to meet up over winter break.
Yeah.
Just to talk. I was like, you know what, fuck it. And then, I was fucking blasted. Because I was going to a sesh after that.
Yeah.
But I had a pen, so I was just ripping the fuck out of that. She gets in. I'm vibing in the music, bro. She's fucking bawling in tears next to me.
And when you're high,
bro,
man,
and
it's
she's
just
just
like,
like, I felt bad, but she goes, as bad as it sounds, I ended up actually really liking you. I'm like, wow, how nice of you to say that. I didn't say that. I'm like, thank you for that.
Thinking that though, yeah.
And she started like grabbing my arm, like hugging me and shit. And she's like, I want you though. And I'm like, I forgot what I said. I'm like, I think like, I'm gonna just think about it.
Yeah.
And then she kind of just like kept texting me, bro. And
yeah.
Eventually, this was right before I started talking to Natalie, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Yeah, it was right before I was talking to Natalie. Because her and Natalie are friends. And she was texting Natalie that she was coming up one weekend.
Yeah.
And like, she was like, am I going to see you? Can I see you? And,
okay.
I was like, I don't know, I might be busy this weekend. What?
This is when you and Natalie were talking?
Before, like right before.
Okay.
And she was like, am I going to be able to see you? I'm like, I don't know, I might be busy at, what time are you coming up or whatever, what time are you leaving? I think I said, what time are you leaving?
Yeah.
She said, whatever time the next day. I was like, all right, if it's not today, I'll try tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, so we didn't see each other that night.
Yeah.
And then we woke up. She texted me, never responded. She texted me again, never responded. She texted me at 6 when she was leaving. I was about to respond, she deleted it. so she did. So I was like,
so kind of
just ignored her the whole time. And then one more time she texted me. She was like, just like seeing how I am or whatever. And I made up some bullshit. I was like, honestly, I'm kind of talking to someone right now. I fucking wasn't. I was single as fuck, doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of talking to someone right now, and I don't want you to get in the way of that. So I'm gonna have to ask you to stop hitting me up.
Yeah, get out of my phone.
And then she hasn't texted me since.
Yeah, that's respect.
I feel like I was still a fucking child at that time, bro, and I handled that like a fucking mature.
Pretty mature, yeah. Cause like, bro, one thing I've realized is, especially girls who don't see your value right away, they always come back around, and it's like something I love and hate, cause it's like in hindsight, when the girl, like for example, Carson, after we broke up, was hitting me up all the fucking time, I don't even know if I want to say trying to get back together with me, but sliding up on all my stories, like texting me out of the blue, all this type of shit. Where I'm like, bro, but when we were together, that wasn't the case. When we were together, there was always all these problems. You know, I was always doing something wrong. She, in her mind, she thought she was always doing something wrong, but she was. So I'm like, it fucking makes sense. But then like, it's after we break up that you want to try to come around and do all this shit. Like, no, bro, you cheated on me a few times. Like, you were on bullshit when we were together. What makes, like, in her mind, it's like, what makes you think that I'm just going to relook it and be like, you know what?
I don't get how you can just see as you can be in a relationship, but you can have another dude spend the night and see that's okay.
And be like, that's fine.
Like, actually ask your boyfriend, like, if that's okay. Like, I'm sorry, like, you are idiotic. You're going nowhere in life. I'm sorry.
No,
I swear to God.
And what's funny,
and like, I actually had respect for her, bro, until like that whole situation when you went down. I'm like, that shit just absolutely fell out the fucking bottom of your ass. No one has respect for you anymore.
Yeah, not at
like
all.
Anyone that knows you.
Wait, when what happened?
When when I kind of just figured out about all that shit.
What actually happened between me and her in our relationship? Yeah.
And so it's like, and I know because like. And I was a freshman in high school, bro. Like, it wasn't that bad, nearly as bad. Because we dated for, like, a fucking month.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got, like, I could tell because she got with Joey right after. Like, literally 2 days
She always
after.
to be with somebody.
I'm like, all right. This chick's a fucking whore. She's always going to be a whore.
Yeah. And it's
funny.
I mean,
I'm not an asshole, but, like, that's literally the like, come on.
Oh, it is. And, like, going into it, everybody told me that. Like, I knew that. Everybody was like, she's a hoe, blah, blah. But me, literally, bro, the first, like, I came there sophomore year. I think the first girl I said who was attractive there was her. And I said it to somebody. I'm like, bro, she is fine. I don't care. But nobody says she's fine. So, like, I gave her a chance, but I learned the hard way. That, like, she definitely is a hoe. She definitely gets around. She definitely didn't care about me that much. And it's funny you say people like that aren't going to go anywhere in life. She, like I said, she's been hitting me up again recently. Bro, I don't see any change in her, any difference.
Nothing, bro.
It's literally the same person. She is doing and sending me the exact same things that she had sent me before. Like, bro,
4 years ago, bro.
Randomly in the middle of the night. hey, are you up? Like, I'm
Like,
not
what do you
okay,
think
this
that
type of
actually
shit.
means? You actually checking in on me? No.
And then it's
Shut
like,
the fuck up.
I'm not okay and all this type of shit. I'm like, you used to say literally the exact
I'm not okay.
same
How about
shit.
you come over and help me? That's probably what she's gonna say.
And she wasn't even around, but she asked me to call her. She said, can you call me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you would do this exact same shit 4 years ago. How are you still doing the same things and you think that's okay? Like, nah. And that's why in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to fall for that shit. Would I probably sleep with her one more time? Yeah, probably.
You always
I'm
say
being honest. Yeah, probably. Am I going to really talk to her like that again? Fuck no, bro. You got me fucked up.
I think you should, bro.
that's
You
the
should
case.
just do it and see what she says and just completely cut her off.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what she says because it'd be a rude awakening more so for her. Now I think I might feel like kind of rude. I know I'd do it if that was the case. I'd do it.
It's
cut her
which
off.
makes you a good person. Literally, you're doing something that she's done to literally multiple different people.
Yeah,
But you're doing it once as a joke, and we still feel bad. Like,
and I'd probably tell her how it is too. I'd probably tell her like, look, this is not no relationship shit. Like
once we're done, you're out. Like we're not talking.
Yeah, it's back to how I was. Like I'm not fucking with you like that. But yeah. So and I think it'd be a rude awakening for her because I would have to just like straight up. Like, I would straight up tell her after the fact, like, no, bro, this is what you did. What makes you think I would get back to you again?
Yeah.
Like, not.
Same
and there's
with,
no excuse that.
I was
that,
my first
but-
ex. I'm like, I would tap it.
Yeah,
But-
she. I'll be honest. She's attractive. That's mad respect. But yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like when I go to parties, which I haven't been to parties in a minute, I literally just focus on like talking to females. I'm like, let me go talk to girls and see what's up.
I kind of just talk to who wants to be talked to, bro. I bounce around.
Yeah, just be vibing. Honestly, I'll be doing the same thing, but I just put more focus on talking to females now. Because I'm like, I want to get better at it. Like, I want to get better at talking to girls. I want to try to understand them better. And if something comes out of it, then bet. And if not, then okay. I'm just going to go about my night. But I think it just, like, helps me being able to talk to girls just, like, in that environment, too. Because typically girls are drinking, whatever. They're more open, less judgy, whatever. So I'm like, I can get some experience just talking to girls through this.
100%.
Yeah. And like I said, if something happens, then that's just an added bonus. That's just an
Facts.
added bonus. But,
You thinking that's a good episode?
But so episode of the podcast. Sorry we were gone for a while. Like we said, we just kind of do them when we can.
Yeah, that's what we're switching to.
Facts to anybody though who is tuning in, who's coming back. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. If you have any thoughts, any comments, anything you want to say about the video, drop them down in the comment section. We'd appreciate any reposts. You letting people know if you enjoyed it, whatnot. But
if you also know how to get on Spotify. Because I've been trying to look into that, and it's all fun and games posting on YouTube and shit, having a channel, which we're still gonna do 100%. But I feel like Spotify would just be better, and I guarantee you would reach almost double, if not triple, the amount of people because you have to have YouTube on the whole time unless you pay $50. You know what I mean?
Facts, yeah.
When you're on Spotify, you can just turn off your phone, plug in your AirPods, and listen.
And a lot of people listen in the gym. And shit like
and
that.
I've gotten multiple people like text me. I don't know if they texted you like, you should get this on Spotify. Like I love listening to you guys talk.
Yeah, I haven't, but hearing that, I'm like, fuck yeah.
I want to figure that out. So if anyone knows how to or has any hints or help, definitely send it our way. Text us, put it in the comments, whatever works.
Facts. So yeah, like y'all heard, if you know how to do it, hit us up. But I love y'all.
Yeah,
Stay
appreciate
smooth.
you guys. Peace out.
Peace out.